여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다, and today we're doing a reading for TXT. If you see, I've made an effort and put my fancy hair on today. My friend's coming over after work, and she's got the same hair color, and I keep saying to her, next time I see you, we'll be twins, and I'll wear my blue hair, and I never remember. So today I'm doing it. Anyway, it's a new year, and, so far, it's pretty much the same as last year. And did you guys have a good New Year? I worked. Although, not as late as I normally do, which is nice. But if you don't know, I take care of my sister's friends' kids. And honestly, I prefer spending my New Year's with those two precious little angel babies than with anybody else. Because they're in bed by 9 o'clock and I get peace and quiet. But yeah, how are you? How's your New Year's? Did you have a good New Year's if you were allowed to actually, see people and do things? Yeah, I didn't really do much. So yeah, anyway. Something's not right. I can see it in here. Something's not right. Go on. Why don't you work? Huh. Okay. Well, that doesn't want to work, so we're going to ignore it. Cool. I thought I had turned it on. Maybe I did. And it just doesn't work anymore. Anyway. TXT. The, other boy group on Big Hit. Can I just say how much I appreciate the fact that there were only 5 dudes in that group? I still don't know any of their names, but it makes learning their names so much easier. And these big groups like NCT or EXO or Super Junior that have 12 plus members are unnecessary. I don't like it. I'm also from the 90s where boy groups had 5 members and that was it. So yeah. Definitely appreciate the fact there's only 5 of these kids. Anyway. Let's see what their first card is. Okay. Is this? That's right. Okay. Why do I feel like I'm so far away today? This card indicates having to make a choice. Trusting your conscious, your intuition, and considering all possible outcomes before you decide. How? I wonder if maybe they have like a couple options in which direction they want to go. And they're still a new group, and that's something that's very common. Before they decide like what their style is going to be, they try a couple of things. And maybe they need to like sit down and think, do we actually like this? Can we actually pull this off? Let's see what the next one is. Okay. This card's about rites of passage, which I think all K-pop groups go through. Just the trainee process and making it to debut, right? Doing your first chart shows and stuff like that. But this card's also about life-changing experience, so it could be whatever choice they have to make will have a profound impact on the life that they're leading. Okay. The cell key in reverse is about dissatisfaction with a situation and not being able to resolve it. So maybe that could be what they have options on. That could be what listening to your conscience is about. Maybe they're being pushed in a direction that they're not necessarily sold on. and they can't do anything about it, and that's very common, especially with rookie groups. Are they still considered a rookie group? TXT? I don't remember when they debuted, but I feel like they're still new enough that the label might not be giving them the freedom to choose their concepts and stuff like that, or their thoughts are taken into consideration but maybe disregarded. Okay. This one is kind of like the Wheel of Fortune, right? Let me turn it this way so you can see it right side up, because you see she's got the spinning wheel. This is about a surprise turn of events, something coming out of nowhere or seemingly coming out of nowhere. But this event is fated and destined to happen, and there was like no way of avoiding it. Like, no matter what you choose, this is gonna happen. I wonder what it is. I mean, considering we're doing a group reading, it's obviously something group related, career related. So they're making choices, right? They've gone through their rites of passage, okay? They're approaching a life-changing experience because of the choices that they've made, and they're on a path that says they're continuing to make the right choices. And that's going to lead them to this fated destiny situation. I mean, them just being put together in this group could be a fated event. You know what I mean? Let's see. Next card. Ooh, okay. We have the fairy dog next, which is interesting, because this is one of the cards that has two different... It's like, it's the same animal, but it's different. The fairy dog is about truth coming out, right? Truth, whether it's for, like, for good or for bad, like, something is coming out. And it's also about having your rights enforced. So maybe maybe they're starting to more strongly voice their opinion with management. You know, maybe they have one of those managers that's like, oh, you want to do that? Yeah, okay. And, you know, we'll talk about it and whatever, and, like, totally disregard it. So maybe they're, like, fighting for their rights more, standing up for themselves more, and, I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, trying to have more of an impact on their music, right? Let's see. Ooh, okay. This is, the boggart, you know, like from Harry Potter. This card does not indicate your fears. It indicates arguments, disruptions in the home, troublesome children or teenagers. I don't follow TXT enough to know if any of them are still teenagers. But if they are, or it'll be like maybe like the younger members of the group, or maybe very opinionated, or they're like just argumentative, right? Because sometimes young people are like that. Hell, I know old people who are like that. People are just like that, you know? Or they're just at this point where they've been around each other so much that, like, they just rub each other the wrong way, and now there's intergroup arguing. Maybe that's what this truth revealed thing is. Maybe it'll come out that there's been, like, even BTS has said that they've argued with each other, because how can you not, you know? Especially, like, if you live together and you're with each other all the time. You see each other at home. You see each other at work. You're different people with differing opinions. it can cause arguments sometimes. So I wonder if they've themselves as a group been having some issues communicating or agreeing with things, and maybe management is stepping in. Could also be that they're just arguing with management, but the fact that this is home disturbance, I think maybe they've been arguing amongst themselves, and they need to not do that. Like, it's good because it helps you get it out, and it can help you with your communication and learn to understand each other better. It's better than keeping it bottled in, because then you have those people that just blow up. So it's good that they're getting it out if that's what they're doing. It's not necessarily a bad or harmful thing if they're arguing with each other. Oh, okay. Maybe it's a good thing if they're arguing with each other. This card, the Lake Maiden, is that what they call her? Yeah, the Lake Maiden. I always want to call her Morgan Le Fay. That's a different card in this deck, but I always want to call her that, and I don't know why. But the Lake Maiden says that there are greater forces at work guiding you, and that you have all the tools necessary to succeed. So maybe them arguing is kind of like a brainstorming process, and everybody just wants to be heard. And overall, even though they've argued about like lyrics or concepts or whatever, they eventually come to a place where they agree, and it helps them grow as artists and as people, right? Because then you learn how to listen to people, right? Anyway, this next one is about harmony and friendship, cooperation, partnership. So I think even though they do maybe sometimes argue with each other, it's probably like the way you argue with your siblings. Like, listen, I'm almost 34. Okay? My sister is 16 months younger than me, and we argue on a daily basis. There's no escaping it. Okay? But at the end of the day, as much as sometimes you just want to, you don't, because she's your sister or your brother or whatever sibling you have. They have, I think, that kind of relationship. I think they are a family. They are on the right path, and sure, maybe they argue with each other sometimes. Maybe you just want to, smack them around sometimes, because they're like brothers. And I'm telling you, I've had my sister in my life 32 years, and I still want to just choke her sometimes. But you don't, because you still love them, even though they're a pain in your ass. Anyway. They definitely, at the end of the day, no matter what kind of argument they have, their family, their friends, they work well together, and that may be part of their process. Interesting. Let's see what the next card has. Ooh, okay. The Emperor. The Emperor is the kind of person who knows what they want. They know what they want to create. They, my hair is like sticking together. They're very good leaders. They're very good at organizing people in a way that's very, what is the word? Not lucrative. That's not the right word. Beneficial to achieving a common goal. Okay? Like, whoever their leader is probably this card. Okay? He's probably very good at bringing the group together, maybe when they're arguing with each other, to sit down and be like, hey, we're all trying to get to the same place, right? This is not the way to go about it. Or how about we don't all talk over each other, one person at a time. You know what I'm saying? But overall, in like, 'cause this is really like a career reading, this card is about being strong and hardworking and brave. Um, and says that if you do that, new opportunities will be available to you. It's also about achieving a new level of mastery or completing a project. So I don't know if they're, like, I'm sure they're working on something. So maybe they're very close to finishing something, like something to release, like an album or something. Like I said, I don't follow them enough to know, like, what their schedule is. That, and I used to see a lot of times, like, on Twitter, like, people would share, like, calendar images of just idol schedules, and I feel like I haven't seen that in years. Like, it told you everything. It told you what show they were going to be on, if they were going to the airport, if they were filming a music video, if they were at the... I don't know where these people got them from. I think they used to be public knowledge, and I think the labels used to share them. I don't think they do anymore. But I don't know. That image just popped in my mind. Like, maybe they're releasing something soon. But that's how I always knew. Now you gotta wait for, like, Soompi to be like, hey, look, this person's releasing this. Or, like, if you follow that group on Twitter. Or Instagram or whatever. But yeah. So they're definitely, I think, which is something everyone has to do, and idols especially, is always upping your game, always working on your vocals or your choreography or any place where you feel you are lacking. Okay. So I think they're definitely working on that. They're definitely maybe close to releasing something. But yeah, the Emperor says success is on the horizon. I think that this group is going to do very well. I think whatever their next release is going to be well received. And of course, that could be a level of mastery. You become more prominent in your industry. It's like moving up. It's like a promotion. You know, like when you're like pre-debut and then you debut and then you're rookie and they're all like leveling up. Could be that. Greater recognition with whatever their next project is. Ooh, okay. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is about good news, or favorable offers. It's another card that's about hard work paying off. So I think they're definitely maybe buckling down now and putting in a lot of extra effort. Yeah, I think this project, because I mean, I would put money on anytime I do a reading, somebody's working on something. Especially now it's January. Like, you should see what my calendar looks like. There's so many things that come out in January because everybody wants to be like the first group out the gate, right? And they do that in the winter. Like December, things start trickling off. People don't release new music. They're focusing on their end of year special stages. And then come January, you just get flooded with new music, right? Like October, November, you might get a lot of new music because it's the end of the year and they know December is not it. But like January, everybody puts out new music. So I think TXT is working on their own project. Probably not this month. I think they're still working on it. And I think that they're really like buckling down and putting a lot of effort into this one. Maybe they're more focused on like their choreography, or like BTS moving into more of the production side of their music and not just letting like writers and producers do it. They're more involved. Rappers tend to always be involved in lyrics. Most of them tend to write their own lyrics. So maybe more of them are writing music or whatever, or they're really stepping up their game now. And they're going to show people, hey, look, no, we're serious. This is us. This is it. And it's going to be, I would imagine, great if you put in that much effort and you actually like work hard to better yourself. You could do really well. Let's see. Okay, 6 of Cups indicates teamwork, successful teamwork, creativity, collaborations. So maybe they're working with somebody, and that's why they're stepping their game up, because it's not just them anymore. It's them and somebody else. This is another one that's about like taking time to better yourself. It's also like encouraging those around you and seizing the moment. Like maybe they're nervous about whatever their next concept is, or it's something they really want to do, but it's one of those things like you don't know how the public's going to receive it, and maybe they won't like it. But this card says just do it. Go for it, because people are going to like it. You don't need to be afraid. But yeah, this is a good card. This is a card about, like I said, prosperity and teamwork and creativity, because cups tend to be the creative cards. Collaboration. That'll be interesting, especially now since there are so many more groups and idols that are associated with Big Hit. Their options for collab are like ridiculous now. Like even people outside of that, you know. Anyway, let's check the next card. All right, y'all. I'm getting my TV's on back here, but I'm getting distracted by this pizza commercial. I've seen it a couple of times, but it's DiGiorno. And apparently, they now make a pizza, like this is very off topic, but, you know, I'm fat and your girl loves pizza. They make a pizza that has a croissant crust now, and I want it. I like pizza, I like croissants. That sounds freaking awesome. Anyway, we're not here for no damn DiGiorno commercials. We're here for TXT. Alright. Page of Wands. Page of Wands represents the freedom to do what you love to do. And do what you want to do. So, I think maybe that's what their argument card was about in pile 1. Like, even though it says, like, kids and teens. It could just be them maybe disagreeing with management, and now they are finally, which I might have mentioned, they're finally getting the freedom to be who they want to be artistically. The Page of Wands is also a card that says that you are on the verge of discovering something that leads you to a more secure and better future. So, maybe what we saw earlier in this pile, them working hard on something, whatever this next project is, like I said, it's going to be the thing that establishes them in the industry. You know, more recognition, more opportunities, because, you know, people have started to notice them more. Let's see what we've got. We got 3 more of these. 8 of Pentacles. Okay. 8 of Pentacles is the Blood, Sweat, and Tears card. Which, now that I said that, I'm thinking of BTS, which is funny because they're on the same label. But 8 of Wands is like anything you take the time and extra effort to do, that you put your all into, is going to reward you greatly. Like, it will pay off. This is like the hard work pays off card, right? Which we've seen a couple times already. They are putting in the work. They are making the effort. All of them, blood, sweat, tears, every freaking ounce of these boys are going into this new project. And it will absolutely pay off. Like, none of this is wasted effort. The Eight of Pentacles is also about finding a path that leads to you enjoying what you do. Which, like, I would enjoy their job. I know a lot of people, like, not even just idols, but, like, celebrities in general, they get burnt out. They forget why they love to do it. But you started doing this because you enjoy doing it. You know, like, nobody goes and gets an office job because they love sitting in a cubicle typing all day. Like, I'm sure some people do, but not most people. Most people wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, so them getting this card says they're putting in the effort, every ounce of themselves, and it's going to lead to them being able to do what they enjoy doing. They're not going to burn out. They're going to continue to enjoy this. It's not going to be like, ugh, I'm tired of dance practice. I'm tired of performing the same songs over and over, which happens. Listen, I was in chorus every year since the 4th grade. I've sung so many of the same songs that if I hear Mozart's Requiem ever again in my life, I'll lose my mind, okay? I get it. But I think, especially this new project that they're working on, might be different than what we're used to from TXT. And I think it's going to be a good thing. This is who they are. This is who they want to be. This is how they want the world to know them. Okay. King of Cups is about, could be just one of them specifically, or their problem-solving skills, like in a professional setting, maybe when they're not arguing with each other. That, you know, you don't let your emotions overrun your common sense or your mind, and you think things through well. It kind of goes back to even pile 1, like trusting your intuition and your conscience, because it's always going to lead you in the right direction. The King of Cups, he's happy. He's happy in his job. He's happy in his life. So when you get the King of Cups in your cards, it's a very positive card. You're happy where you are, or you're going to be soon, right? You're reaching a place where you're comfortable and happy and things are going the way you want them to go. It's about being well liked in your profession. Success in your profession. I think, yeah, like I said, they're going to release this new project maybe in a couple of months. Like, not in January. Maybe February, maybe March, we'll get some TXT stuff. But it's going to lead them to, like I said, recognition in the industry with the fans. And that'll get them more opportunities. And this King of Cups is one of the no end in sight cards. So they're on an upward. They're on an upward path here. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is about maybe receiving guidance from an older female in your workplace, and like it could be like like not older like she's an old lady, but like TXT is young. So it could be like a somebody in the industry. It doesn't even have to be somebody at their company. It could be oh, they had that collaboration card. Maybe they're collabing with a female artist that's older than them. It's a this card usually in a career reading is just you're getting like some mentorship, or you're working with like an older colleague, somebody who's very supportive of you, who's knowledgeable, who sets a positive example for people, like in their career and just as a human being. So I wonder if they're going to collab with a lady. Not like, I say lady, that makes her sound like she's like 60. No, like a sunbae, right? Somebody who's been in the industry longer than them. That'll be interesting. Let's see. Okay, next card is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is all about opportunity, right? It's about keeping your eyes open and making sure you don't miss anything. Because often, like in like a standard reading, Four of Cups is about missed opportunities. You know, there's a cup coming in from over here holding one, and there's three knocked over, and the dude sitting there doesn't see this one. So this card, you know, reminds you, don't be so focused on one thing that you forget about over here, okay? Because things aren't always right in front of you. Maybe that's like the collab portion. Maybe it'll come out of left field. Oh, we got a couple other cards that were like surprise events, so maybe they won't expect it. You know, maybe somebody will be like, oh, I'd love to work with them, or, oh, do you think like she would work with us? You know, and they don't expect to hear a response or whatever, but they do. Because we did get some of that news. That could be that. And that Page of Cups is about, or that Knight of Cups rather. Knight of Cups is about like receiving news. So maybe they put it out there that they wanted to work with somebody, and they just expected it to be like, yeah, that'll never happen, and it comes in from left field, and there you go. So Four of Cups is also about overcoming obstacles, though, and keeping a positive attitude, and also pushing yourself outside of the box, because you see they're like four cups like in a box shape. So maybe whoever they're working with, if they work with somebody, is like a different style than they're used to, right? So that in itself is an obstacle that they have to overcome, because they're maybe not comfortable with that, or they're not used to it, and it's outside of their box. So it'll be something different. I really think this next project could be / contain, if it's an album, a collaboration, and I think that it's overall going to be something new and different that's outside of the box you think of when you think of TXT. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we got another one. This is the Six of Swords. This is another one about arguing with coworkers or management. It also says that, you know, it'll calm down soon, and you'll be much more productive and happy. So I think maybe I was right when I said that they were trying to get a little more control from management. I think they fought for more creative control. And in turn, we're getting this out of the box, um, you know, next album or mini album or just a track or whatever collab thing that they're working on. I really think they are working with somebody, and it's going to be new and different. And you know, they're a big hit, so you know they've got connections over there. I mean, it doesn't even need to be somebody in the K-pop industry. I mean, look at BTS. Like, the majority of their collabs aren't with K-pop artists. Could literally be anybody. It could be them working with, like, you know, an American artist or something, and that in itself is an obstacle if they, you know, in a communication aspect, in a location aspect, and that itself pushes you outside of your box. Anyway, let's keep going. Ooh, the Fool. The Fool, in a career reading such as this, says that the opportunities are truly endless, right? This is a card about taking leaps of faith, trying new things. Being sparked with energy. So I think they're definitely like going to be giving us something that is unexpected. Because the Fool is about not letting fear hold you back and following your heart. And I understand in their type of career, because this is how I would be, you don't want to do anything that might make your fans reconsider being your fan, or that might make them uncomfortable or drive them away, you know, and be like, well, they like this, so let's stick with this and just run with it until it's dead. But at the same time, as an artist, you want to feel fulfilled and you want to do what you want to do. This card says, do what you want to do and just go for it. Everything's going to be great. And if there are some people who don't like it and they leave, that's their problem. The real ones will be here. Okay? Don't be afraid to take your leap and just run with it. So I think we're getting something that is very new, very different. All right. I'm intrigued. Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, again, is about collaboration and teamwork. Yeah, it's another collaboration card. It's about growth and learning. But also about, like, reward and recognition. You know, you've put in the effort. Be prepared now. You're going to be, you know, reaping the rewards before you know it. Yeah, Three of Pentacles is definitely... It says in a lot of, like, books, if you don't know, when you get... Most of the time, when you get a deck of tarot cards, they come with a book that gives you, like, an explanation of the cards and, like, some, you know, story, whatever. And a lot of them will, like, coincide and be very similar, but it's also all about personal perception. But for this card, one of the common things that you see is collaboration that is both expected and necessary. So maybe that fated event from pile one is this collaboration. It is needed. It is necessary. And it's going to help propel them forward into a very successful, lucrative career that brings them more opportunities and reward and recognition. Ooh, I hope they do something with somebody. Plus, I just like collaborations. I like seeing different artists work together. Although I had somebody in my comments, I believe her name is Lindsay. We had a whole conversation about Wednesday Family, which I had completely forgotten about. I don't know if I ever even listened to it, but she was telling me that it's very cringe. And Suga wrote it, but was horribly cringing the whole time. I kind of want to listen to it. Kind of can't bring myself to do it, because I've been informed it's terrible. But that is a collab between BTS and G-Friend from before they, joined forces under the umbrella of Big Hit. But it's, it's a song for children about communication and how important it is. So, that's nice. But yeah, collabs like that, where it's obviously, supposed to be maybe educational, and obviously not something that happened organically, I'm not really here for. But, if BTS and G-Friend collabed on their own now, I'd be all about it. Anyway, next card is Judgment. Judgment is about reflection. It's about your inner calling. It is about rebirth. Ooh, yeah, it is. I think, like I said, we're getting a new version of TXT. This card is about now is the time to, go the extra mile, put in the extra effort. Those finishing touches at the end that just make something a little bit extra special. This card is literally the you've been working your ass off card, and your efforts are going to be heavily acknowledged and rewarded. I like it. So they're definitely doing something that will redefine the name of Tomorrow by Together, which is such a mouthful, which is why I never call them that. Ooh, okay, this is good too. Their last card is the Sun. The Sun is about happiness and fulfillment and positivity. It's about, if you've had a hard time, if you felt a little bit discouraged, things are gonna get better real soon. That's coming to an end. Don't even worry about that anymore. It's about embracing your desires and working towards making your dreams a reality, which I think they're doing. It's a success card. You get this card and, there is no chance of failure. So I'm very excited to see what their next project is, because that's going to be game-changing for their career. It will be life-changing for them as a group, as artists. And I want to know if they collab with somebody and who it's going to be. Anyway, their Oracle card. They got the Glow card. The Glow card is all about good luck, not having any hesitation, being totally prepared, and knowing that you have everything that you need to succeed, right? It's also about, making sure that you work on your fundamental skills, which we've seen a lot, and I think they've been doing that. So they've built their skills, they've prepared themselves, and everything is gonna work out great because they got all the luck on their side. So there's no reason to be afraid, no reason to hesitate. Everything's wonderful for the guys of TXT. So that does it for their reading. Oh, I hit my mic, y'all. Sorry. I've probably done that a lot because I'm not used to it being here. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell when you get notified that when I post a video every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you're interested in pick-a-card readings that are not about K-pop idols, that are relative to you, I post them every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on my Instagram. You can find a link to that and my Twitter in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.